Good evening, everyone. Tom here. Welcome to Cinema Attacks Live. We have two friends here today. Isn't it nice to have friends show up on time? Scott, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Eli,
Hello.
I don't see anyone in the chat yet.
Oh,
So
there.
they're probably have important things to do.
Nah.
But that's okay. Anyways, how are you guys doing? I've been watching some movies, so I've been finally getting back in the theater.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Me too.
I've been watching
Um,
movies too, but not in the theater.
oh,
That's
that's
fine.
okay.
Yeah. Can't
Theaters are
fault you
filled.
for that shit.
Theaters are filled with assholes, anyways.
Yeah.
Which is why I go to just go see a French movie at 8:30 in the morning.
Nobody's gonna be there.
So, one thing that I thought was cool, I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm going to see a screening of Rad with Crew Jones, whatever the guy's real name is. I don't really know, but the BMX movie, of course,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Lori Loughlin, who may still be in prison.
They let
May
her
or
out.
may not be.
Pretty.
But quick announcement: Rad is screening tomorrow and the 24th across the nation. Just those 2 days. This is the 40th anniversary. So if you want to see Rad on the big screen, which I have never done, you want to go tomorrow or the 24th, and this is in the U.S. I don't know if like you're in Ireland, it's actually going to be playing, but probably
Yeah.
not. James,
Hey,
how's it going?
James.
That's a movie that I know there's a huge amount of people that love it. I didn't see it as a kid, so I feel like I missed the boat, and so I've never gone back and watched it. I feel like it would probably be wasted on me.
Yeah, that's how I am too. It's like it's probably awesome, but I didn't see it in the I missed the boat, like you said.
Yeah, I didn't see it as a kid either. It wasn't
My
until
camera's fine, by the way. Sorry, guys. I'm good.
it wasn't until VHS, or it wasn't until like the 90s, probably the late 90s when I actually saw it.
So
I
you
think
were
I
young
saw,
enough to, still appreciate it.
yeah, I think I saw Thrashin' as a kid. They should re-release Thrashin'. I don't know why that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
There's no like 4K super edition of Thrashin' for some reason.
I always got Thrashin' and Rad mixed up, probably because I have never seen either of them.
I never saw Gleaming the Cube either until you guys talked about it. That's the only reason I watched it.
Yeah, same here. Probably never would have, I feel like.
Out of those three, as a kid, that's the one I really watched a lot, and I was a huge fan of as a kid.
Gleaming the Cube?
Gleaming the Cube, yeah.
Yeah. I still don't understand the name, but whatever.
Yeah, Thrashin' is the Josh Brolin movie.
Hell
and
yeah.
then the dude from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, the friend that he doesn't have a gay relationship is, even though they talk gay with each other. He's the villain in that. Simon, what's up? Hail Satan.
Hail to England.
Yeah, and England.
Well, I got a bone to pick with England.
Uh-oh. But they gave us so much.
We can talk about it later. Actually, Tom and I already talked about it, but I thought it was funny.
Everyone has a
I don't remember what this was.
Their slavish devotion to anything that was ever considered a video nasty.
Yeah, so now I worked in a video store for several years, and this was the thing. We would get a request of like someone from the UK wanting to buy a video nasty from the US, or get it transferred to PAL because they couldn't play it if they just bought a VHS from the US.
Even their format's stupid.
Even like some of the video nasties were just like really shitty movies and that weren't even that offensive.
Yeah.
And the number one example would be Unhinged from 1982, which was briefly a video nasty, I believe, and it's a very low budget, like it's sort of a gothic horror slasher combo, but super low budget. It's just like actors reading off cue cards for 5 minutes at a time.
Oh no. I hate those movies. We're like, where do they find these actors? That'd be so embarrassing to be a director and be like, oh god.
But like the one lead girl I find oddly hot, that she's like in just a wooden tone, just for 5 minutes, just reading this dialogue. I just find it comedic for some reason. I don't know why, but that's a movie a lot of like British people like just because it was a video nasty.
I get it. I probably if I'd have been British back in those days, I probably would have been the same way. Like, oh, I can't wait to see this hidden gem, you know.
The thing that brought this up for me was Island of Death, which I'd heard. Who was it? It doesn't matter. John from Rocket Metal Club.
It doesn't matter.
And Metal Marty Mac, a lot, and the UK guys did a movie show, and they were talking about it, and I had never even heard of it.
Mm-mm.
And it was hard to find and/or expensive. And Tom luckily hooked me up, knowing I would be very mad if I spent money on this. So I finally watched it, and what a piece of shit! It's so boring. It is so boring. It tries so hard to be offensive, and if you would list the things that happen in the movie, you're like, oh my gosh, that's fucked up. But it's just so, boring. I guess it's so boring. I can't even come up with another name for it.
But it just exists to be a video nasty. Like that's I think the director was like, I want to make a video nasty, so I have to do this, this, and this, and just put it in there.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people like, yeah, I hate to say it, but like slap the Vinegar Syndrome on that or whatever, I'd probably buy it, you know.
Well, the same thing exists, you know, in a lot of different forms. Like there's the Criterion people, you know.
And I understand all of them. I hate to say it, but I really do. The dumb collectors.
Yeah, and then or you know, the black metal demo there's only 30 copies, so immediately
I'm not immune to this behavior.
And the demo itself is not even that good, you know.
It becomes 5 times better.
It's not even
because
a good
you can't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the all it is the Streisand effect. I mean, there's a reason why they call it. Well,
it's a real thing for sure.
They constantly use that term. It's true.
Simon agrees with me. Oh yeah, Sean the Beast was the other guy on the stream. He bought it after that stream.
See, I'm that guy. That's me too. That could have very well been me.
I will say, the main girl was really cute, and she was naked like the whole movie. So there's that. It wasn't a total loss.
No, you didn't. Why didn't you just start with that?
I mean, but you know, there's porn. So if I
saved the best for last,
I was in the market for that, I could just watch that.
Did you guys ever see that movie from a couple years ago, Censor? It was called Censor, and it was like about that girl who she like worked for the British whatever you call it, censoring.
Yeah, that was kind of a neat little movie.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I wish it had sort of developed more. It seemed like it just kind of stopped.
It did, yeah.
Like it should have been longer, maybe, but it could have been ambitious in terms of the budget. It kind of felt like that way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I liked that movie, but it was the story was kind of sloppy, but it almost in a way that works for the movie, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I did think it was cool though.
Yeah, I like that girl too, that Irish actress that played the lead, whatever. I can never pronounce her name, but she's cool.
I don't even know her name. Hey Nate, what's up? Yeah, I have a ton of Criterions, but that's really because like when I started buying DVDs, that was the big label. This was like 2001.
Oh yeah.
And so I've been buying them ever since. But you know, there's just the thing of where if you put Criterion on a movie, a certain amount of people will just automatically buy it.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I mean, I think Vinegar Syndrome and Criterion are just inverses of each other. It's like
Yeah.
the class version is Criterion and the trash version is Vinegar Syndrome, where you have certain people that they'll try to buy every Criterion, and then other people will try to buy every Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah. Good way to go broke if you're gonna try to do that.
Yeah.
But I totally get it. I will buy labels like that. I will blind buy stuff all the time. You know, it doesn't always pay off, but I don't regret it.
Yeah, I mean, I like blind buying stuff that, you know, looks interesting. It kind of just forces you to watch it, which I know is really stupid, but
It
it's
does.
like if you spend $20 on a movie, then you definitely have to watch it.
Yeah, and it's the old school way of thinking too. Like with music, when you bought a CD, you were going to listen to, even if you didn't really like it, you're just going to listen to it a bunch. You know.
But also, yeah, not just watch it once, but like give it a chance. Like
Yeah.
if I'm streaming something, I might just half pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But if I buy it, I'm gonna at least try to give it one good chance, if not, you know, two.
Yeah.
Like the company that I really blind buy a lot of stuff from is Mondo Macabro, because a lot of the stuff they release you could not previously see on VHS or DVD.
Yeah, always like cool, really obscure stuff I've never heard of. I'm in the Mondo.
And you know, some of the movies are not very good, but they're at least interesting or unique, or you know, it's like a giallo from Indonesia or something. Like it's at least something different, you know.
That's true.
Scott's into buying Danish porn soundtracks.
I didn't know that was a thing, but I'll check it out.
Me either, but I wouldn't rule it out.
No.
That could be true.
Maybe it's just all like King Diamond music. That's all they listen to over there is Merciful Fate.
But just stolen, like a lot of the porn soundtracks back in the day, they would just steal music.
Just like
use it illegally. Yeah, just use it illegally.
They're like, what are you gonna do? Sue us? You can't even find us, probably.
Yeah, it's like we're you know, if it's like if it's already illegal anyways, you know, if it's like 1969 and you're going like underground porn reels, like might as well just you know,
you're a
steal
maverick.
a James Brown song or something. Like it's already illegal. All right. So I'll ask you guys, is there anything that you've been watching you wanted to talk about?
I got some, yeah, but I had a celebrity encounter. If you guys want to hear about that, right?
Oh yes, I think I saw this.
The little
unless there were a couple of them.
Con that was up here.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Static,
I was kind of jealous.
Static Tape Video, which is a physical media store in Muskegon, which is like an hour and a half for me. Put on this. I mean, I guess it's a con. There was no entry fee, which was awesome. It was just in the mall that their store is in, and ton of vendors, and so as far as like high, like in quotes, top tier celebrities, they're really only Cynthia Rothrock, Michael Berryman, and then Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy.
Hell yeah!
And then there were some, like Jim Van Beber was there, but he was just like at a table. It wasn't like an organized signing or anything. And then there were other ones, including Vince Locke was there.
That's awesome.
So I got him to sign just a couple Cannibal Corpse things I had, and he signed them. I messaged beforehand to see if it was okay to like bring stuff for him to sign. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't charge to sign." So this little comic book came in one of the Cannibal Corpse box sets. I don't know if you can see it, but he signed.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
And then just, I really didn't want this, but since he was cool enough to sign something, I was like, "Oh, I'll buy one of his books." It's some monster portraits and stuff.
That's sick.
And he had like tons of like original artwork there, but
Ha!
I wasn't gonna drop $900 on a piece of art. So
It's fair.
So that was cool. He's a really nice guy. Really, as I'd heard, very quiet and introverted. So, and
Yeah.
I am as well. So that was, I'm sure, humorous for anyone to watch, like two fucking nerds trying to talk to each other. But he was super nice. And yeah, and then we stood in line for Joe Bob. Took quite a while, but
Worth it.
it was worth it. He was very nice and but very, very tired. Like by the time we got up there, I think he was like kind of done, but had to get through the line because he was definitely, I could see, much more like animated earlier in the day than when we got up there. But but I got Darcy to sign her little comp that she hosted for Full Moon, the famous TNA 2.
That's cool.
I mean, I didn't have anything that, with her on it, and I thought it was kind of like, well, it'd be cool to have her sign something rather than just Joe Bob. And I was also impressed with the prices. It was $20 to have them sign an item. You could buy a photo as well and have them sign it, or if you could bring your own as well. And you could take a picture for free if you bought something.
That's awesome.
Most celebrities I see now, it's like $50 for signature, selfie, 50, if you both for 80,
Yeah. For a picture, absolutely.
Yeah, this is a frequent topic of discussion over at Dead Pit Radio because there's a lot of like horror actors that are now charging like $80 for an autograph, and then if you want to get a certain quote or it's extra like $20 more or $40 more for this, that, and the other. Like it's kind of sounds like it's getting out of control.
Yeah. And I was like, what would I have Joe Bob sign? Like I've got his book, and I was like, that's kind of boring. Then I thought of, I have this issue of Hustler with a Joe Bob Briggs article in it. So
That's awesome.
Got him to sign it.
I bet he loved that too.
He was pretty tickled by that, so I was made me do it. Like, yeah, he'll probably remember that one.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, being in line with people who, I guess on the surface, like my people, after about a half hour, I was like, all right, dude, I don't want to hear anymore about when you met Tony Todd. It's enough. let's just stand here in silence.
Yeah, I remember the one time I waited in line for Record Store Day. It was like behind this jazz guy, and he kept wanting to talk to me about whatever jazz records he was looking for. And I was not being a dick, I don't think, but started tuning out after a certain point.
Yeah, music people at record stores could be the worst. Like if you think you're crazy, like random conversations at the record store for me almost are never good. Like it's almost always like, I don't know, they last way too long, and I don't, it never goes the way I want it to.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like, they're into X, you're into Y, but they want to talk, so they're going to talk about X, goddammit, and then and then maybe we have enough social cues. They're like, hey, this guy probably doesn't care about like this shitty black metal demo I like, so I'm not going to punish him by talking about it. But the other person doesn't care, and they're going to press on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, let me talk to you about an album I know you don't care about for about 25 minutes. I get it though. It's cool. Sometimes people, I guess, just need an ear to listen to.
Right.
And
Eli, is there any movie or celebrity encounter? I should mention that one thing I should bring up some point is I do have several Joe Bob books. I think I have 3 of his books.
Wow, cool.
If not 4, but they're in my other book sections. They're not right over here.
I'd like to get those.
But I could show those off one day. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But anyways,
I've only read them from the library because they were way out of print for so long. I just got the first one has been Dark Horse put it out again, so I got that.
Yeah, the Profoundly Disturbing is one in particular I like, where he talks about influential exploitation movies. like
Wow.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Mom and Dad, Blood Feast, etc.
Yeah, I'd get that.
Go ahead, Eli.
Well, I saw probably one of the worst movies of the year, maybe one of the worst movies of the last few years, which was The Bride. Have you guys heard of that? It's so bad. It's so bad.
Now, I heard there were, I don't know where I saw this. It might have been on Reddit or something, but there's someone that said they saw it at a film festival and it was a completely different edit,
Oh,
and then that they took it away from Gyllenhaal and they re-edited it completely and
oh,
changed it and fucked it up.
oh
This
shit.
is what this person claims, and apparently Maggie Gyllenhaal said that this was not her version. Like, she was asked about it and she said something to that effect. So I'll just say that. Not that I think that like it really is a masterpiece.
I
But
wonder though. I wonder if she's just saying that to try to cover her ass. Like I
yeah,
I didn't make that movie.
yeah, but people say that and then it's like you watch it and it's like 3 minutes are different.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even see how this movie could have ever been good. Like it's I would say like it's Razzie bad. I don't know if it's her fault, but like I like Jessie Buckley, but she is so awful here. I almost feel bad for her because I feel like she is going to be nominated for like a Razzie or something. Um, One of the worst, and it's not even so bad. It's good. It's just like uh, Maggie tried to make a feminist movie, which is fine, but like it's just like a soulless feminist movie. Like there's no actual message. Uh, it's almost baffling. I feel like any like 12-year-old feminist could have wrote a better story than. But like you said, maybe it was fucked up. But I can't recommend it to anybody.
Girls get it done. Was that the message?
It's not. I think that's probably the intended message, but it's just like I'm going to make a feminist movie, but I'm not going to actually put the effort into making a good one or one that's like impactful or whatever. So it's like a feminist movie without an actual message. Like there's no real message there other than just, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
When I saw the wave of negativity about this movie, it's kind of mean, but it made me feel good inside because when I saw the trailer for this, after 10 seconds, I was like, "This is fucking annoying. No way would I ever watch this." So, like,
I thought I liked the trailer the first time I watched it, but I think I was just not thinking straight because yeah, it's even the trailers doesn't really make it look particularly interesting. I don't think.
yeah, I didn't like the trailer either. But even like at this point, I'm just Frankensteined out
Yeah, I don't blame you.
regardless. Like even
Mhm.
if it was pretty good, I don't think I would be interested.
Yeah, true. That's a good
Now,
point.
did Jessie Buckley? I didn't even like pay attention to the Oscars. Is
Me
that
either.
what you're talking about, James? Did she win an Oscar?
Probably for Hamnet, maybe.
And are you talking about Hamnet?
Yeah, because I heard that was really good.
Did I talk about, because I did see it. I don't remember if I talked about it
Oh,
on here.
yeah. What'd you think about it?
I didn't I did not like it that much, but I could see why people would really like it.
Okay.
Um I I just don't think it's like I don't think it's developed really well in terms of um her tragedy and then Shakespeare sort of turning that tragedy and working it into his writing to where it culminates to the ending. I don't it's like those two, how they handle the tragedy separately, the Shakespeare and his wife, to me is very surface level,
Okay.
and that's a huge problem for me.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's a movie worth seeing. But to me, like if that does work, I could see why it would be like, best movie of the year. There's a lot of like really good things in the movie,
Some people have said that. Yeah.
but it's like how it sort of the writing, how it sort of handles how they each deal with the tragedy. To me, is just way too surface level.
I get it. Yeah. That you say surface level, and that's like a term that I've been using a lot this year, I feel like, or the last couple of years, where it's like some movies, it's just like it's literal surface level. It's like you gotta dig a little deeper. Like things are, things are more interesting than just surface level. I think that movie. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really that interested in like in Shakespeare and like that era, Victorian era stuff. For some reason, it just always I have like an aversion to it. So unfortunately, there's a lot of good, I know Shakespeare stories, but I always avoid them.
I put that movie in the category of it's probably good, but I'll never know.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do too.
Yeah. I could see people loving it though.
Yeah,
But
some
you
have.
got to really be on board with the how she handles the I don't want to say what happens exactly, but there's some tragedy how she handles it, and you're really emotionally invested in that.
Okay.
But I was not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I know what you mean, even though I haven't seen it. Like, because that's just the problem I've had with a lot of movies lately, where I'm just like, I know there's emotion that's supposed to be here, but it's not there. Like you guys forgot to put the actual emotion and feeling into stuff.
Well, I saw Scream 7
Oh
for one
yeah,
thing.
talk about it.
I did not think it was that good. I think
Yeah,
it's the worst Scream movie. I thought it was decent until the ending. I think the ending is borderline disastrous.
like a lot of Scream movies.
But this is worse. It
Yeah,
manages to be obvious and convoluted nonsense, which is hard to do both. Like, there's no
yeah,
way you could have known what happened and you knew what was gonna happen simultaneously, but without giving it away.
yeah,
Um, I don't think the problem I think the idea of the movie is fine. Like the beginning with the kills in the museum, or it's like they turn the house into a museum,
yeah.
and then, this I does it well, the stuff with the Matthew Lillard character, I don't wanna say what it is, but
Yeah, I know it's hard to not spoil it.
that, and then it's, the mother-daughter, it's like the daughter is now, um, what's the character's name? Sydney Prescott.
Sydney,
Like,
yeah,
her daughter is now living through what she lived through.
yeah,
Like, I think going in that direction is fine,
yeah.
I don't think Kevin Williamson was a good choice for director. I don't think some of the suspense and mystery does not work that well compared to some of the other Scream movies.
I agree. Yeah,
Like, he telegraphs things, or it seems like certain scenes should be more suspenseful than they are.
hmm
And then the thing that surprised me with him directing is, like, a lot of the meta stuff was, to me, kinda lame.
yeah,
Like, the theater just is showing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that's it. It's like, we have a slashery movie playing.
yeah,
And then, like, they use a shot from Halloween, and then the inside of the house looks like the Halloween house, the Myers house, and there's just stuff like that, but it's not really that meta, it's just in
no,
there.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's only meta if you like kind of acknowledge it and stuff. Maybe not only, but it helps.
Yeah, or just some point,
Yeah,
like, you could use, like a movie like they run in the theater and Texas Chainsaw is playing, and that becomes part of the scene or something.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they don't do anything with some of these things.
yeah. You're right. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
but
spoil it. Who cares? Fuck that movie.
which one?
Just spoils Scream 7. Who cares?
I don't know.
It's not even really that exciting to spoil. You're just like, here. You just be like, okay, I don't care about that.
Trying to stir up some controversy.
Yeah. You
Eh,
edgelord.
I know.
For me, it was just like another Scream movie. This is fun. Like, am I going to watch it again? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do think it's the worst.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's like the bottom 3 probably, or not. I mean, of my 3 least favorites, it's probably there with like number maybe 4 or 3. I can't remember which. And even 6, I kind of didn't really like 6 that much. I need to rewatch that. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, it would be like probably 3 and 6 would be the next worst.
Yeah.
I think 1, 2, and 5 are quite good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed 5. That's funny you say that.
Because and if you compare it to 5, like 5 does way more interesting stuff with the meta-ness and the references, and they deal with like fans of Scream.
Yeah.
And like the slasher movie fan is exposed to too much violence, and they actually do stuff with it where you don't get that. It just feels like kind of retrograde, like we're not building on stuff that's happened in the previous films.
Yeah, it was kind of like small scale too, but I almost appreciated that. It was almost like a kind of smaller scale Scream, a little bit more laid back.
Yeah, it did because it's like a coffee shop in like the small downtown area, so it revolves around that.
Yeah.
So they were again like going back to the first Halloween.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I did like the trapeze kill and that whole thing. I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then I do like the opening scene a lot. I thought that was a good idea. The only thing that threw me is like, what is this hotel, or like, what is this Airbnb where you can rent a museum?
Yeah.
Like, is this a thing?
I don't know. I don't know who would want to.
They take a famous house, and there's a museum in a famous house, right? And you can just rent the entire house.
Like, I can't say business would be booming, but
I've never heard of anything like that.
No.
Like once you rent a room in the house, and then they give you a tour, and then you stay in the house in a room.
You get the entire house. We got to leave, and it is weird.
Yeah, what's that? A museum in a house, and you can just rent the entire thing. So at first, I thought he was like he worked there, and it was like coming in after hours.
Yeah, it did look like that kind of.
Like I got confused. But that's what it was, unless I was confused.
I think you're right, or
Okay.
I'm confused too. That's how I interpreted it, I guess, too.
Okay. Yeah, because initially I thought he was like worked there and was like, "Hey, check out where I work," but it seemed pretty clear that wasn't the case.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't notice that that one dude, one of the characters in that movie, he's like one of the reporters or investigators or whatever, journalists. He's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son. His name is Mason.
Yeah, that's the guy that's in Hard Eyes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's good. He's a good actor.
Yeah, and they bring him back, and his sister from the previous movie for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're back. Okay. I guess the Scream, they always have to bring back some people. So.
And also, yeah, there's just stupid stuff in there, but it's not like logic things.
Yeah.
But it's not a big deal. Like Gail and those two, they drive from New York to Indiana in 2 hours.
They were going really fast.
Yeah, in a van. Did I understand that correctly? Because like there's the murder, and then they pull up like it's later on in the day, like after school, and then it gets dark, and she shows up in the van with those two. I'm like, oh, we just came from New York. We heard about the murder. Like it'll only be like 2 hours later.
That's pretty quick.
Like, did I misunderstand that?
I guess I never thought about it. I think you might be right, though. They just drove there, so.
Where in New York?
I don't know. I guess probably Well, New York City, not New York
Oh, New
State.
York City.
Yeah.
That's 12 at least.
Yeah.
Not if you're going 300 miles an hour.
It's true.
but maybe it was the next day, but it seemed like it was like 2 hours later.
Because it seemed like it was the same night, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I'm 90% sure I saw Scream 4. I couldn't tell you one thing about it. That's the end of my Scream.
That's a lot of people. I have that problem, I think, with 4, and maybe I always forget. Is 3's good, isn't it? 3's the one I always forget
I thought
about.
3 sucked, but I saw it once. I couldn't really.
Yeah, that's the one that I always kind of gloss over. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I own the first 3 in the set, so maybe I'll rewatch them at some point.
They're
That's
just
where
fun. They're fun to
but
watch.
I like Parker Posey, so at least
Yeah.
she's in that one.
Yeah,
And it has Jay and Silent Bob cameo.
which kind of made no sense, but it's still cool to. They're awesome, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's this freaking cat, man. I don't know how he knows the camera.
He just knows.
I did a video yesterday. He was on the couch all day. I was in here, and I didn't just come in here and start. I was thumping around with the camera and restarted the computer. So I was in here for like 20 minutes. As soon as I hit record, here he comes. I don't know.
Making sounds and shit. Yep. Talking.
All right. Is there something else you guys want to talk about movie wise?
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm sure you guys have not seen this. I found like the concept of the movie much more interesting than the actual movie. Wild Horses. It's a Robert Duvall written and directed. I think he wrote it. Yeah. Written and directed. Came out 2015. And this was a Dollar Tree pickup. And, he passed recently. So I thought, I had that sitting around. I haven't watched it. So I pulled it out. As you can see, it's got James Franco and Josh Hartnett, so decent cast. I thought, how can this be bad? Well, there's a way.
There's always a way.
So I guess the overall premise is, James Franco as a teenager is having some kind of romance with a neighborhood kid, a boy, and Robert Duvall finds them and reacts how a Texas rancher at that time would react, kicks him out. And well, the boy that James Franco was with disappeared after that, and everyone assumes that Robert Duvall killed him, but nobody can prove it. So now it's years later, and they're figuring out the will. And James Franco is an adult now and comes back. Josh Hartnett's one of the other sons, and then for some reason the Texas Rangers start digging into what happened to this kid. So I mean, a decent premise. It sounds cool. Well, Robert Duvall decided he's friends with a bunch of Texas Rangers, and he thought, hey, it'd be cool to have like real Texas Rangers play the Texas Rangers in the movie. No, it was not good. It was not cool. Like the first scene with the Texas Rangers, I was like, what is happening? What is this? It was like it was a sketch or something. And I know like David Lynch does that sometimes, and John Waters does it, but they have a different vibe than like a kind of a gritty family drama that's supposed to be super realistic. And these guys who obviously can't act.
Yeah.
And then the lead Texas Ranger who is pursuing the case is a lady who English might not be her second language, which is fine. But you're like, wait a minute, how did she become a Texas Ranger? And I don't know if it's the language barrier or she's not a very good actress, but she was terrible. And she's like kind of the second lead. Well, I did some research and it was Robert Duvall's wife. So that's where that happened. So yeah, it's like the scenes with Robert Duvall with his sons and then like the sons with each other, like they go out to a bar and hang out and, they're kind of like teasing James Franco about being gay, but they're, it's good natured and they get in a bar fight. And that was a cool scene. So there's like, you can pick out like 5-minute chunks that are good, but overall it's a mess. So, yeah, I don't know. Just, how a lot of talent can go wrong, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen this or heard of it?
I've seen it around. I think maybe at a store, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, Robert Duvall is probably one of my favorite American actors. He was just always good in pretty much anything.
Yeah, he's
And then
awesome.
Chuck Norris just died.
Yeah.
And he didn't even bother acting.
No, he didn't have to. He was so awesome, he didn't have to act.
Yeah, I guess he was like, I can't act, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to be a badass. But Chuck was in some good movies like Invasion USA, Lone Wolf McQuade.
Oh yeah.
I like. Have you seen Silent Rage?
Just watched it again last night. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Octagon.
I only have it on VHS, so I've not seen it in a long time. But it's like Walker, Texas Ranger versus Michael Myers.
That's a good description.
Am I remembering this correctly?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that fair?
They were trying to say,
Walker.
I guess, at the time and even later, they were like, "Well, it's not a slasher movie; it's more like Frankenstein." Like, no, it's a slasher movie.
Frankenstein.
But Invasion USA, I love it. It's just, but it's also like hilarious propaganda.
It is Delta Force.
It's like Red Dawn wasn't too over the top enough. We need to make Invasion USA, and I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Delta Force was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Missing in Action 1 and 2.
Missing in Action, hell yeah.
For some reason, I watched 2 over and over. I just thought that was so cool. Such a cool movie. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think 2 is the best one. It's most like Rambo First Blood Part 2. It's kind of similar to that. I can look up his, and then he's maybe the best on-screen foil to Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon, in my opinion.
Where he fights Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie too.
I was kind of taken aback when they said he was 86. I knew he was older than you thought he was. But then
86, damn.
Looking it up, it's like, yeah, he didn't start starring in movies until he was like 38. Like, so when he became famous, like he was already middle-aged.
Yeah, he was. You never saw like a young Chuck Norris, or at least he never looked young. He always looked like he was 50.
That's true. Yeah.
People back then just looked older, though.
Yeah, like watching old wrestling, and you see this grizzled guy with a pot belly, and he's balding and with a beard, and he's
30. Yeah, exactly. The hard life, hard living and smoking and booze.
I'll give him one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and I'll choke him like this.
Exactly.
Why isn't this working? What the?
That guy beat Chuck Norris.
I'll give him one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and I'll choke him like this.
That guy was 27 years old.
Yeah. They should have used him as a villain in a Chuck Norris movie. Chuck Norris could have fought that guy.
Have you ever seen Hellbound with Chuck Norris?
No, I was out by then.
Yeah, I was. Me too. I think I have it on one of those like Canon sets, but I never have seen it.
Yeah, I think it's a late Canon movie.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
He plays a cop that's going after the devil.
Nice.
and then like in the opening scene, the devil rips out a hooker's heart and then throws her out the window. So he's like, and I think he says "have a heart," like he rips her heart out, "have a heart," and throws it at him, and then throws her body out the fucking window.
Good one.
Okay.
So
I'll be watching that.
That's how you set up. This is the good guy. And that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
I had a very, very specific window with Chuck Norris because I wasn't allowed to watch R-rated movies. So I saw Lone Wolf McQuade because it was PG, and then after that I had a little more freedom. So I saw like Invasion USA, Missing in Action, and those kind of like 80s movies. And then when it got into the 90s, I was kind of out. So I haven't seen the really early ones, which I thought about going back and watching them, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna watch the trailers. It's probably better. So I just watched a bunch of trailers.
You might have saved yourself some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Octagon is pretty good.
Yeah, I like the Octagon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very Mortal Kombat.
Mhm. Fatality.
Yeah, Hero and the Terror. Also.
Damn, I haven't even heard of that
Oh
one.
yeah, I remember that one.
Missed out on that one.
I didn't, even as a kid, I didn't like how they called him a hero in that. Like, it was like no one would do that. That's stupid.
All right. Well, I saw another movie. I saw Undertone in the theater.
I saw that too.
I don't know what that is.
It's a new A24 horror movie.
Mm.
Eli, did you want to? You did a review. You did posted a review of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't huge on it. What about you?
No, I found it kind of disappointing because I thought the setup was really cool,
Yeah.
but to me, it's not developed enough. It still just feels like a 20-minute short film that they stretched out,
Yeah.
and a lot of it is, to me, it would have been a lot more interesting if this podcast that they're doing, if there was like more of a narrative to it that made sense,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then develop that along with her story with her mom.
Yeah.
But that podcast they're doing just feels like it's thrown together.
Totally.
Like it. Like, was this the format? It's like the guy on the other, her partner, he just does research on something, and then they record it, and then he talks to her as he's doing this research, and then she basically says, "Well, that sounds stupid," or "I don't believe that."
Yeah.
Like, that's the entire podcast.
Yeah. I expected them to like go more into the podcast, like maybe some cool spooky stories they could talk about that they've done, or they just kind of glossed over it really quickly. They're like, "Oh, we have this podcast." They don't really talk about like, what they've done in the past or anything, or what, we do spooky stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been like an amazing 20-minute short film.
Yeah. It probably started that way, right?
Maybe, I don't know, but there's just like not enough stuff in there that develops. It's like it doesn't change from the first 15 minutes. Nothing really changes
Hmm.
for most of the movie.
Yeah.
But I will say the sound design is excellent,
Yeah.
and it's almost like the star of the movie.
Yeah.
And I made the same comment when I saw Zone of Interest. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if we talked about that, but the what's his face, the Nazi movie. But like that movie, it's like the sound design is almost the star of that movie also, which is pretty rare that you can say that. But overall, there's some creepy stuff in it, but I thought it was disappointing, if I'm being honest. That's how I would describe it, like an excellent 20-minute horror short, psychological horror, but just stretch out to whatever it is, 90 minutes. I don't know what happened to Eli. I'm freaked out.
I would make a comment about whatever happened in that movie, but I don't know anything about it. So like whatever happened in that movie got him.
The podcast got him.
The podcast, the spooky
The
podcast.
evil podcast. It's about an evil podcast.
Well, how you described the podcast reminded me of what's it called? Last Podcast on the Left, where like one guy reads a Wikipedia article and everyone else is just kind of like throws in comments. Like, not that compelling to me.
Yeah, but in this one, it's like he's just talking about raw research that he's going through. Like he's researching it live.
Oh,
And then I don't know. If you see it, you kind of see what I mean. Like the podcast just seems really weird. Like you wouldn't actually structure a podcast that way, the way they do it.
well, based on this, I'm gonna rush out to see it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to give you some thanks and props for making me buy this, because I remember asking advice during a sale if I should buy this or not. It's Hell of the Living Dead and Rats, Night of Terror, both Bruno Mattei classics. And lately I've been really hating Italian movies, so I was like, I don't even know if I should try to watch it. But these were a shit ton of fun. They are just terrible, obvious rip-off movies, but it's almost like they know and they just go with it and just have bloody set pieces. And Hell of the Living Dead, there's like they even are there. It's a Dawn of the Dead rip-off to the point where the guys are wearing the same outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed both of these. They were a lot of fun. I'm not gonna say Bruno Mattei's better than Lucio Fulci, but I think for what I've seen, he has a better hit rate. So
I'm particularly a fan of Rats Night of Terror.
yeah,
I think
I like that one.
it's really funny.
Yeah.
Did you like the white face moment where she gets covered in flour or whatever that is?
Did I like it? I loved it. I'm whiter than you.
Yeah. But it's actually funny. Legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bruno Mattei. I think this was him. Oh yeah, so this is a great quote. Maybe it was on one of the Hell of the Living Dead DVDs at some point, but there's an interview somewhere where someone tells Bruno Mattei, "Hey, did you know Quentin Tarantino is a huge fan of Hell of the Living Dead? What do you think about that?" And he goes, "Well, that guy must be an idiot then."
Yeah. That was on here. It's like, yeah, I don't know why. He basically just said my movies are terrible.
Yeah. Or something like that.
I would reshoot every one of them, he said.
Yeah. But yeah, he's clearly does not take himself seriously or his movies.
Mm-mm.
I was so inspired. I went to find Terminator 2, aka Shocking Dark. His not even really a Terminator ripoff. Well, I guess it is at the end. It's more an Aliens ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched that too. That was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. I can look up Bruno Mattei on IMDb.
Definitely some classics.
Oh. He directed 57 movies.
That's all.
Yeah, like Cruel Jaws and
Cruel Jaws. That's my next one I want to watch.
Have you seen Night Killer?
No, that's on my list too.
I think it was on Tubi at some point, but Night Killer is pretty crazy. There's a few pretty amazing scenes in that. I would definitely recommend Night Killer as the next Bruno Mattei. That's one of my favorites.
Night Killer. Sounds cool.
All right. I don't remember where we were. Okay, so Eli, did you have something else you wanted to mention? A movie?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I saw Undertone like you did. Yeah, kind of not too happy with that one. Kind of a one and done.
I have a couple. I finally saw. I'm wearing a t-shirt. Spinal Tap 2.
Oh no!
Did you either guys see this yet?
I was too afraid.
Yeah, too afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. I bought it only because this has deleted scenes on it.
Okay.
And probably like the of course, the best scene in the movie is one of the deleted scenes. So there's a
Aw.
few funny things,
Bummer.
but yeah, it's just very perfunctory.
Mm.
Like it just seems purposeless. Like, hey, let's do a documentary about let's get you guys back together to do a show, and then the show ends in a disaster, as you might imagine, and then the movie's over, and then they just try to make it funny along the way. So, like as an example, they're going through like the merch they're going to sell, and they sell Spinal Tap water, and the joke is that it's tap water.
Spinal tap water.
Yeah.
It's
From
kind of
the
funny.
from the trailers, it looked to me like, hey guys, these amps go to 11 too. Remember that? Remember? Like
Mhm.
it looked like all callbacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, but that's the biggest problem is like the premise and the scenes aren't inherently funny, and then it's just them trying to have like props and gags to try to make it funny,
Mm.
as opposed to the original. But the thing I did like were just some of the one-liners the three band members would shoot out. Some of that stuff is funny, but yeah, I see like James really liked it.
Okay.
I see that a lot of it wasn't really liked by critics, but I see a lot of fans say, it was hilarious. If when clicking on reviews and you look at the comments, people say like I laughed until my spleen exploded, and I'm like, I don't know, and I'm t-shirt, but a cool thing is that I got a Laserdisc player recently.
Oh shit.
So one of the things I had to get was the sequel, the original sequel. I don't know what you would call this, The Return of Spinal Tap. It was a TV special.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this?
I feel like I probably rented it on VHS. I really don't remember it though.
It's just like a concert movie.
Okay. Was it when they were putting out that album?
It was Break Like the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the early 90s. So it's not really a sequel, it's just more a concert film.
Right.
But there is some funny stuff, like little interstitials, little interviews in between the songs. So I think it's worth seeing if you're a fan at least once.
It never made it to DVD.
It did in the early days of DVD,
Mm.
but I think it's like crazy expensive if you try to find the DVD. Like it's like $150 or something.
Oh geez.
And I was looking up, and this is the home video version, but the version that actually aired on television was only an hour long. It was half as long. This is like 2 hours, and then the television version was an hour long. And then it actually has some extra interviews in it that aren't in this version. And then I haven't actually watched it yet. I just watched one of the clips, and one of them oddly is Robin Williams, and he's talking about how he first learned, or he talks about first listening to the Flower People song, and then it reminds him of a girl, and he gets sad, and then he unalives himself
Jeez.
in the interview.
Is that why it's not available anymore?
Probably not, because it hasn't been. It wasn't not. It was not available way before he unalived himself.
Okay.
But like and it's not even. It wasn't even funny then. Like I don't even barely know what the joke is. But like now it's like really weird that they would. I think the joke is like their songs are so powerful and capable of creating nostalgia that it overwhelms him and he has to unalive himself. That the band is that good. I think is the joke.
It seems to me like maybe it was Robin Williams agreed to be in it, and they're like, "Do whatever you want. What are you just And then that's what he decided would be cool, and they put it in.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't seem like Christopher Guest's sense of humor. I don't know.
yeah, that actually makes sense. That's a good theory. I like that theory. And I got another. Oh, and I got the Bitch School single.
Nice.
Have you ever seen the Bitch School video?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. From Break Like the Wind, yeah.
I think it's the best of their music videos is the Bitch School one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most hair metal.
Bitch School. I totally forgot about that.
But this is an 8-inch laser disc.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So it's just the video on there?
It's 3 videos. So it's the Bitch School Too Hot for TV, and then the censored version, and then the Majesty of Rock video. So 3 videos. And in Japan, they actually had laser discs the size of CDs. So they would just like put one music video on there or something.
Okay. This is apropos of nothing, but I just saw it, and your mini laser disc reminded me. I was at Target, and they have a thing now called mini vinyl. Have you seen this?
Not a new version. I know they used to have like the tiny vinyl records.
It's in like a gatefold sleeve that I would say about the size of like a 3-inch CD. And I didn't see the actual record because it was wrapped up, but they have a whole rack of them, and they're $15 a piece. There's a song on each side apparently. I didn't know this was even a thing until yesterday.
Like in the 60s, they had something like that.
Okay. They've got to sound great, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say in the 60s or 70s, they had, and it didn't really catch on. They had a technology where it was like mini vinyl records.
Okay.
It sounded like ass.
Well, it's back, baby.
Well, if you're just collecting and not even playing these, what difference?
Right. It does. Yeah. Who cares? Car commercial. Okay. I'm just reading James's comment.
And here's another random laser disc. This Japanese laser disc I got. Zandali. Have you ever seen this with Nick Cage?
No, I don't know what that is.
This is Erica Anderson, who plays the rich girl in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5.
Oh, that's her? Yeah, that's her.
If you remember Greta, she has the eating disorder.
She's the model, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a rip of this on a rip of the VHS, and there was like the R-rated and unrated versions, and then this is actually longer than either one of those. So in Japan, this is like 3 minutes longer. And I'm not sure. I know there's more nudity in the unrated version, but basically this is just like an erotic drama with Nick Cage as a sleazebag, and then and she's naked a lot, and then Judge Reinhold is the husband, and is her husband, and basically Nick Cage is this painter that he lets stay at their house and painting his wife nude while he's away at work. And then you could probably, and he's a total sleazebag, so you can probably guess where this goes. and it takes place in New Orleans, and it's trying very hard to be New Orleans, and it's not very good, but Nick Cage is ridiculous in it, and Erica Anderson is very naked in it.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would watch. Why not?
And this went direct to video, and also Marissa Tomei is in it as well, and it's direct to video. And who else is in this? Steve Buscemi is in it.
What's the year?
1991.
Okay. Huh. No, I never heard of it.
Nick Cage has a speech about Donald Trump, and I don't understand what he's saying, but I can try to play it for you if you want me to try to decipher it. Let's see if this works. This gives you an idea of this character. So I don't know if we have any Nick Cage fans, you know, that enjoy watching him go over the top and get crazy. I don't know if you're that type of person or not.
I mean, I'm kind of in the middle, I guess.
Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, this is. They keep changing this shit. Oh my god. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Try this again. All right.
I think money's an excuse for a lack of art anyway. I don't care who you are, Donald Trump, who the hell. Without creativity, without life, then you are truly unable to go straight up the devil's ass. Look him right in the face, smile, and survive.
He improv that, right?
I think so. This is they completely changed how they. Okay, sorry, they completely changed how the sharing screen works on this. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even know what he's.
I was with him until the devil's ass, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, you go up the devil's ass to look him in the face. How does that work exactly?
I guess you come out his mouth and then turn around. I don't know. Of all the Trump critiques, I think that's on the low level of what I've heard. So,
yeah, I want to say like, look, this movie predicted the rise of Trump. I don't know what it predicted.
I know, I don't know, but I mean, I gotta say my excitement is toned down a little bit when you showed the clip, because I was like, oh yeah, that girl's really not that hot.
Well, I think she is.
Oh, is she? Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
I mean, I would 100% look at her naked, but
you know, but she was you know, like a supermodel before she got in the movies, so she's like, you know,
oh, was she? Okay.
You know, 6 foot tall,
Oh,
skinny
okay.
supermodel of the 80s type.
Okay.
Which I'm into. I don't know what happened to Eli. Let's see. Yeah, he said his webcam isn't working.
Okay.
Damn it.
So did you have this Laserdisc before and just couldn't play it?
No, I recently got it. I was looking for something else, and like the seller on eBay also had that.
Okay. How are the prices now?
If you get lots of, if you get a lot, if you
Yeah, a
meaning,
lot, right.
meaning multiples,
Right.
where it's you
Multiples in
a
one order.
set of a lot of 8 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
then they tend to be pretty cheap.
Okay.
And generally they're pretty cheap, except for certain titles where, you know, they never came out on Blu-ray or never came out in DVD. Because even this wasn't that much, and that I think the DVD is out of print and never came out on Blu-ray. But a lot of them are like $5 and under.
Okay. I've seen Laserdisc shows on Whatnot that it seems like, yeah, that's like for like a middle of the road kind of semi-known movie. That's about what it goes for. Obviously things get crazy with something super obscure, or a lot of Playboy titles that never made it past Laserdisc or go for a lot of money. Like the video centerfolds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wondered if the prices are going nuts from this convention I was just at. The freaking VHS prices, I couldn't believe it. Like,
yeah, generally they're
for Bubba Hotep. It's like, is that even that rare? Like, and it's not even that old.
Yeah, but I think it's probably one of the later VHS releases, so that's why any of the from the last like year or two of VHS, they go for a lot of money. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'm going to give Eli a couple more minutes, and I think we'll go on to discuss our movie.
I can talk about a movie while you're gone.
Okay.
Let's see. Got a couple laying around here. Okay, so I just watched this for the first time. The Return of Swamp Thing from 1989, directed by Jim Wynorski. If you're a fan, if you're a pervert like me, you know Jim Wynorski, veteran of titty films to this day. Stars Heather Locklear, which I don't know how they got her. Maybe she was just kind of trying to branch out into movies at this time and just took whatever. I never watched this at the time because even as a kid, I was a fucking insufferable, miserable prick. And I loved the first movie and read the comics. The comics, by this time, Alan Moore had taken over Swamp Thing, if you know anything about comics, and it kind of turned it into an adult title. And then this was just like a goofy guy in a rubber suit running around movie. And I was like, oh, they ruined it. I'm never going to watch that. But anyway, I finally watched it. And it's a shit ton of fun, man. It is what it is. It is how I described it. It's a guy in a rubber suit running around fighting other guys in rubber suits. But it's just fun. There's two little kids running around, and they're actually not annoying and funny. Heather Locklear is funny. Yeah, very glad I finally, 30 plus years later, got over the stick up my ass and actually watched it. It was a really good time. So.
Yeah, I do like that. Speaking of not taking yourself seriously.
Yeah.
I that to me is what that sequel is. Like it's almost making fun of the concept.
Yep. Yeah, but even as a 14-year-old kid, I was not going to see that movie because I was selling out. So I showed them.
You came out ahead, baby.
I did. Naked funny? No, it's PG. Monique Gabrielle is in it too, but she keeps her clothes on, which is disappointing. But there's plenty of other places to see her naked.
That is true. Oh, where's
James? Yeah, I like when the branch comes out of her foot at the end. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, here.
Oh. I especially enjoyed the scene where she's running through the swamp and comes on the hillbillies, and as they're getting ready to essay her. They're like, "Oh, you're purty." She's like, "It's all makeup." I don't know.
Yeah, it's legitimately funny. Yeah, one quick thing before we move on. I was talking about Portlandia last time, and I've been going through the whole series. I wanted to see, Scott, in particular, if you know who this girl is. So there's this sketch where these people are waiting in line, and you see the girl on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize her at all?
No, but I feel like I should.
It's Malice McMunn. She's like a stripper and model.
Okay.
And frequently naked. And here's an example. I'm going to censor it, but she's on a Dwarves album cover.
So okay. Okay, I have seen her, just not her face.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you sort of see her body, you kind of recognize her in different album covers or pictorials or what have you.
Okay.
But she doesn't say anything. She's just an extra in Portlandia. And then also when she was younger, she was in a documentary, and this is her. Come on, when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it called? Oh fuck, I have to look it up. I think it's called Black Tar Heroin, The Other Side of the Street or something. I should look it up. Shit, I forgot. Let me look this up. It was an HBO documentary that she's in.
Okay.
She's like a
heroin addict.
She's a street girl that's addicted to heroin, and they actually show her shooting up. It's actually a really good and depressing documentary. Yeah, it's called Black Tar Heroin, The Dark End of the Street.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that, but I don't remember her.
From 2000. And it's actually a really good documentary. It was on HBO. And very depressing.
James was asking, was she on a live girl?
I don't think so.
Okay. She looks like the type.
She might have been.
Right.
But yeah. So just a random thing, like random background player that was on a Dwarves cover.
Okay.
I just wanted to share that information. You know,
I had pornography to share too, but I didn't bring it in. I just found another Jacqueline Lavelle.
Oh, okay. All right. So the movie we're going to discuss is If Footmen Tire You, What Will Horses Do? Which is basically a film sermon about the eventual communist invasion of the U.S. from 1971. What will happen when commies take over? And it's a whole lot of not good.
No, nothing good about it.
And I actually have the album version.
Holy crap.
And it's quite different from the movie sermon. It gets a lot more into actual previous cases in Romania and the Soviet Union and China of what the torture they did. And then the movie version, they're showing the torture that's going to come. So there's a lot more there's more maybe factual information in the album version, where he's, talking about things that have happened in the past. So it's not as sensationalized. Yes, they do rule.
So the record is a sermon on the topic, but not the same one from the movie.
Yeah, it's the same topic, but it's a different sermon.
Okay.
So it's the same idea.
Do you know, like, was that a record you could go buy to a store and buy, or was that like you would go to your church and watch this movie? I assume they like sent this movie around to churches to show, and then you could like buy merch. Like I don't know. Like I'm just trying to imagine the scenario.
Well, it mentions you can buy it mail order. I don't know if it might have been like at like stores where you could buy Jesus-y stuff. Like they
Okay.
had Jesus music, Jesus metal and sermons and
It's pretty metal.
yeah. So I guess this movie is most famous for being sampled in a Negative Land song. An actual Aaron, the metal theologian, actually commented and mentioned that's how he heard about this movie, through that song.
Mm.
But I was not aware of that song in particular. How I actually heard about it is that there was in the 90s, there was a public access cult movie show called Brains on Film. And they had a website where they talked about this movie. And this was back in, the early aughts. And then I saw that and bought a bootleg of it, 20 plus years ago at this point. And that's how I originally saw it. And I'll just some. Well, I'll talk about the director. I also have a box set of the director, Ron Ormond, who basically came out of vaudeville and sort of segued into movies and made a lot of Southern drive-in exploitation movies. And I have another clip of one of his, but then he turned to Jesus. Basically, him and his family were in a plane that crashed, and they all survived. And so then he turned his back on exploitation movies and made Jesus movies, and this being one of them. But I'll play this clip. It's silent because the audio wasn't working when I was ripping it. But this will give you an idea of the kind of stuff that he would make before finding Jesus. All right.
Hello. I don't think we're supposed to know those bars were wood.
So that was the exotic ones, and it's basically just a bunch of scenes of strippers, and sometimes they sing. And there's a caveman running around the swamps, ripping people's limbs off. And someone has the bright idea of, let's capture him and make him part of the show and set his cage on fire. And you can probably guess where it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you can't. I don't know.
Well, that was pretty shameful. I can see why he would want to turn to Jesus after that.
Yeah. But I have the Ron Ormond, or what is it called? From Hollywood to Heaven, the Lost and Saved films of the Ormond family box set from Indicator Films. And it has like 15 movies in it. And it's produced by Nicholas Winding Refn. I guess he was a big fan of this guy. Yeah, she's in various music videos. And I don't think I've ever heard Alkaline Trio ever.
Okay, me either. I know the name, but I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
So would you say his earlier? I mean, for whatever reason, is his earlier work as good as what this is?
I mean, it's completely different. It's hard to even compare. But basically, he comes out of the sort of the really old school vaudeville, carny exploitation movies. So like the original exploitation movies.
Okay.
So they're almost a lot of them. They're like corn pone, very stage bound.
Okay.
So it's like we have country and western acts, and then we have a little plot with some moonshine, or we have a moonshine chase, and back to the country act, and let's throw in some nudity.
Okay.
It's like corn pone carny, crappy movies that would play drive-ins in the South.
I mean, this movie could have used a little nudity, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, just as an example of what not to do.
Oh, yeah, and I listened to the commentary, and then the son of the preacher, Estes Perkle, said that he wanted to include nudity because at some point they mentioned that the like I don't know, like he doesn't say porno mags, but like whatever pornography he was referencing, like
Men's magazines or something.
Yeah, men's magazines is corrupting the youth, and you wanted to include examples.
Okay.
But then that got ixnayed by the preacher.
Okay.
So he tried. He did his darn tootin' best.
I thought we like the Scarlet Woman in church. I thought we should have seen her like in more immoral behavior, like getting naked with her boyfriend to really like drive home what a filthy sinner she was. A missed opportunity.
Yeah, just spread eagle on the altar. This is what you'll become. Yeah, so I had a couple of notes, but yeah, so it's Estes Perkle giving the sermon, and he would give a sermon live, and then he adapted it into a pamphlet, and then this record, and then an illustrated book, and then this is the movie adaptation. So that's the order that they came. And allegedly, Estes Perkle, the preacher, had never seen a movie before co-writing, directing, and co-directing and producing this movie.
Well, I mean, I guess all he did was talk. I guess it's plausible, right? He didn't have to have seen the movie.
Yeah, but it's sort of interesting to me, like someone like not in 1905, when movies weren't being made yet, but someone in the early 70s, basically writing, producing, practically co-directing a movie, having never seen a movie. Like that's not something that really happens normally.
Well, I think we should get this out of the way that we all did turn to Jesus because this didn't happen. He said it was going to happen in like 2 years, and that was in 1970, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good job, everybody.
So they did 2 more movies together, they're both on that box set, The Burning Hell and The Believer's Heaven. But allegedly Perkle ripped off Ron Ormond for a bunch of money, so that killed their relationship.
Ooh.
Who
Are you telling me he wasn't pure?
Now this is very allegedly, so this might be bullshit.
Okay. All right. How were the other two?
This is just a rumor I heard on the internet. But what was I didn't hear your.
Oh, sorry. What? How are the other two Jesus films compared to this one?
This is the most interesting.
Okay.
To me, because of how crazy it is and how violent it is. The Believer's Heaven is more like scenes of what heaven is going to be, but there are a couple of crazy parts, and there's a couple, and the Burning Hell shows people in hell running around with flames and stuff. So some of it's funny.
It sounds funny, yeah.
but this to me is the best one. And the and the movie was made to only play churches and Bible camps and like Bible study groups or whatever, or and it actually did so into the 90s, and then he didn't want to ever release it on home video, but somehow it got bootlegged, and then I eventually saw a really shitty bootleg, whatever it was 20 years ago. And then the title is a reference to a Bible verse from Jeremiah 12:5. And that the concept of how the title relates is explained a lot better on the album. So it's basically footmen in this context are like challenges to a Christian's faith. So then like alcohol would be a footman.
Mm-hmm.
And then horses are major challenges. So that would be commies invading the country. So it's sort of like saying, if you can't even handle not drinking alcohol on the weekend, how are you going to handle commies taking over the country? So that's what the title means.
I kind of inferred that, but yeah, they don't really explain it too well.
Yeah, but it's explained pretty well on the album, in fairness. So if you were a true fan, you would have already had the album and heard it. So if
I'm a poser.
Yeah. I didn't want to be harsh, but we know what I was really saying. And also this movie have you ever seen like some of those crazy driver's ed films where they show like actual dead bodies?
Yeah, I've seen clips. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a 2 DVD compilation I have called Hell's Highway that has a bunch of crazy driver's ed films. And this kind of reminds me of that. It's like, we're going to scare you into good behavior by showing footage of dead bodies, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to put yourself in the mindset of, I guess, a church kid 55 years ago, but it's hard to believe that anyone would see this and go, oh geez, this is scary. I need to correct my ways. Like, but we're in a different place than they were, I guess.
Yeah, it was a little confusing to me as to how this is supposed to work out if everyone, if the country goes in a completely Christian direction, like how that's supposed to save you from the communist threat. I guess God, at that point, God is going to save, or God is going to come down and save us, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because he does go into like, what if we aren't a Christian nation, God will help other countries and not us. So maybe that's it. He does a couple times mention that like God's attention might go to other countries that are more Christian.
Yeah, I think it's like the second coming of Christ, I think. And then, yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like, if we're the most Christian nation, then Jesus is going to save us from the commies, I guess, is the idea.
Yeah. I mean, the gore and violence is funny, but I think my favorite scene was when he was talking about how you shouldn't watch TV because it distracts you from studying the Bible. And it's the little kid watching TV and his dad's next to him. He's trying to read that Bible, but he keeps looking up because the TV is just too entrancing. And then eventually he closes the Bible and puts it away. Like, oh, they got him. That devil TV got him.
Yeah, so if you don't know, when the communists, if they were to have taken over in the 70s, tens of millions of Americans will be shot down like flies.
Yep.
And I love this. They have a new work schedule under communism, which is You'll be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning
Till 10 at night? Was it 10 at night? 8 o'clock. Okay.
till 8 o'clock at night.
Every day.
Well, not quite. Yeah, you have to work under armed guards. 363 days out of the year.
That's right.
You get 2 days off, but what do you get to do on those 2 days off? Do you want to guess?
Worship the devil.
No, you worship communism.
Okay. Well, same thing.
You praise the communist takeover. Your 2 days off of the year.
I want more information about what that, like, what do you do for 2 whole days to praise the communists?
You have a doll of Fidel Castro, and you give him hugs and kisses.
Okay. All right. That could be pleasant.
God, this is running slow. This piece of shit. There's so many dead kids in this movie.
A lot of
So
dead.
these are kids that refuse to relinquish their Christianity to the communists. They just get shot, and they don't even pick up the dead bodies and do it. They just lay the dead bodies there.
Yeah. Rub your face in it.
Yeah.
They're the true heroes. Oh, the slut.
Yeah, and this is actually pretty smart. They have a slut that goes to church just to appear like a moral person.
Mm-hmm.
But then during the course of the movie, she hears this sermon and is turned to Christ at the end. So she realizes she's been a bad girl.
I wasn't ready for like the surrealist touch because I was like, when she saw her, she goes up and sees her mom in the coffin. It's like, wait, she showed up for her mom's funeral, but it wasn't. She was imagining that. So I think it'd be cooler if she just like her boyfriend dropped her off from slutting around to go to her mom's funeral.
That's her itinerary for the day. Slut around, mom's funeral.
Gotta stop. Mom's funeral's at 10.
Groceries.
11 o'clock, resume slutting.
Get my tires rotated. This is a good eye roll at the sermon. Oh, this is so slow. Come on. She's chewing gum.
She's playing with her gum. So disrespectful.
And rewatching it, there was a funny thing I noticed that I didn't realize before, but you have the sex ed teacher.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend.
This is what they teach in schools. Premarital sex is necessary. Now we will go on to discuss the 7 erotic zones of passion.
Remember when they taught us that?
This is in the secular world. This is what the only thing they teach in schools is how to fuck.
That's right. How to really get off.
And then cartoons are a problem.
Yeah,
They're motivated to lead your child into crime, sex, and murder.
Yeah, I wish they'd given more. I mean, this is freaking like a fly-by-night operation. Couldn't they put in some like clips of what they're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know what the like Tex Avery, the tongue rolling out and eyes bugging when you see a hot lady. Is that the sex they're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And TV has caused the crime rate in some areas to increase 1,000%.
I looked. Yeah, that checks out. That's true. It's 1,000% a real statistic.
All right. And then the drive-in theater is a spawning house for sex. Like I need to.
She looks intrigued.
I'm rushing over. You cannot sell us any harder, preacher man. Speedy Gonzalez and Yosemite Sam are designed to make you Antifa.
I knew it. The propaganda's everywhere.
what's shown on the screen is nothing but raw sex and violence. Again,
I mean, I wish, right?
tickets sold. I found out recently there's actually like 2 miles from here. There's a Home Depot, and it actually used to be a drive-in theater. So I used to but this is like in the 90s. But that'd be so awesome to have lived 2 miles away from a drive-in theater.
I would, man. There's one, there's one like an hour for me, and every summer I say I'm going to go, and I never go. They don't, but it's not the same. They just show like regular movies. They'll show like Pixar movies now. Like, who cares?
Yeah. And dancing is the front door to adultery.
I've always said that. Whenever my wife tries to get me to dance, that's what I tell her.
And these outfits would these outfits be the back door to adultery, or is this the inversion?
It's the antidote.
Yeah, the antidote.
Like, oh, I don't even think I like girls now.
It locks the front door shut. I don't know what the metaphor would be. And liquor is a problem, obviously. And then she's drinking and smoking. I think this is the sex ed teacher.
Yeah, it is. Same guy.
Yeah, I didn't notice that before. But I thought that was kind of funny. Like they're really tying it together.
A lot of layers.
Yeah. One morning you will hear this on your radio or TV set. The President of the United States has been killed in the White House. Come on. And the Speaker of the House of Representatives, not Mike Johnson.
You know you're in trouble if they let that fucking clod on TV.
You have to drag him out of the closet first before if you want.
Is he gay? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, there's all this rumor he had a Grindr account, and then people were going to expose his Grindr account.
Okay.
Whatever.
Why would the communists allow him to say this?
Maybe he's at gunpoint to like spread the word about what we're doing.
Okay, all right, I'll buy that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They want to scare everybody, so like, hey, tell everybody what we've been doing.
It's weird the little things that will take me out. Like, obviously, this is a completely preposterous film, but I'm willing to go along with the joke. But then that freaking guy is supposed to be a news anchor. Is like, no, there's no way.
Yeah, and Mike Johnson said like he talks to his son about the porn he watches.
I never
Like
thought
if he
of
watches porn, if his son watches porn, his son has to report it to him.
Okay.
Because he's so religious.
All right. Should I do that with my son? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that fathers and sons do together?
Well, maybe it's a bonding time.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't sound like something I want to do, but okay.
Well, play catch. Try that first, and if that doesn't work,
Okay, all right.
then go to the porn discussions. Like, what's your top? Do if catch doesn't work, then you get into like, what's your top 20 porn stars, classic porn stars? Right out of the list.
Where do you rank Janine? Quick. And the communists come over, take your kids away, and then shoot the mom. Yep.
There's
If
actual
you're lucky,
squibs.
they shoot her. If you're not, they take her and have their way with her.
Yeah, or they sexually assault. And I love this scene of they're explaining why communism is better than Christianity.
Because you get candy.
Yeah. So, how many of you now still believe that Jesus answers prayers? So So let's see if Jesus can produce candy. And he does not. But you know who can produce candy? No candy from Jesus. But who can produce candy? Our master, Fidel Castro.
That's right.
I mean, it's kind of, there's a logic to it, I would say.
I mean, yeah, he's right. The candy's there.
And the kids, even after school, they have to work in the fields until way after dark. And they try to learn about the Bible. They get hogtied.
Yeah, and then
And then,
if you're going to use your ears that way, this is what's going to happen to you.
yeah, you get bamboo in the ears to puncture your eardrums if you're listening to a Bible verse. And in this scene, the kid vomits.
Yeah,
If you remember that.
yeah.
And they just say in the commentary that it wasn't planned. The kid just started vomiting.
Oh, it's
Until, like,
real?
yeah.
Okay, I thought he was just like spitting up water. I didn't think it was real.
No, that wasn't planned. And they were like, well, lucky the kid just started vomiting out of horror.
Ah, that's awesome.
So they're
Yeah,
actually
this is the money shot of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So and this reminds me of that scene in The Hitcher. So I don't know. I doubt that's where they got this, but they strip a woman naked, tie her head to one Jeep, and her legs to another Jeep, and pull her limb from limb, just for fun.
She don't like that.
Yeah. She's like, I cannot believe this. Yeah, that poor bastard. And then they just come in and sexually assault your wife.
Yep. She's kind of a hottie. I mean, I can see why that would happen. She's kind of
Yeah, I
asking.
agree. And she plays like 3 different characters, that actress. They just change her hair.
That was a wig. I can't believe it.
The sooner they kill you, the better they like it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this is the amount of Christians that were killed under communism.
Yep. Look it up, man. Google it.
And I did do my own research. And I have what there's not really hard numbers out there, but this is what I could find. Under Russia in the 20th century, there were 300,000 Christians that were killed, which is still a lot.
That's what the communist media would have you believe.
Yeah. And then in North Korea, it was into the tens of thousands.
Mm-hmm.
And then in China, it was several thousand.
So yeah,
Those are
that's about the same.
Those are the best numbers that I could find.
Well, probably their sources have been suppressed. Oh my God! I mean, we headed off at the pass. This did not happen.
Yeah, but think in like the early 70s, how many people lived in the U.S.?
Was it even close to that many?
Is like 67 million? Was that half the population?
Probably, yeah. Well, it's fun to goof on it and have fun with it now. Like, I mean, if like to be serious for a second, you live in like rural Mississippi, and you don't know. There's no internet. You don't know anything about the world, and then they show you this movie, and it's like, Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and the other part of it, there was some truth to some kernel of truth to the stuff they're talking about. Like the part where they say they prevent you from drinking water and they put salt in your mouth. If you remember that part.
Yeah.
As torture. They actually apparently did stuff like that in Russia.
Okay.
And there's other, examples, where they did torture Christians until they, became atheists, or tortured monks or whatever in Russia in the early 20th century. And there's different like fucked up things you can actually read about that were actually true. Like it's fucked up. The reality is fucked up enough as it is without making this, hysterical exaggeration out of it. But I thought this would be a pretty cool black metal album cover.
Yeah.
Dying on the Bible, and it says, "Let them drown in their own blood on the altar."
Oh, that is pretty fucking metal. Better than A Real Kid, which has been done.
Oh yeah. And the guy on the right is actually the son of Ron Ormond. This is Tim Ormond. So he's in a lot of the movies and actually worked behind the scenes on a lot of them. But this is another commie ploy where they tell them to write down your exact history from age of 5, and then renounce God
Mm-hmm.
and capitalism. This is the same blonde.
Oh yeah, right. I got confused with what scene it was.
And then so they make him sign a contract that says he renounces God and renounces capitalism, and then to stay alive he has to shoot his mother. These nefarious pricks.
Yeah.
Communists love to torture people as much as they love to kill them.
Well, what do you think they like? Do you think they like torturing or killing more?
I would guess torture. But it's like 60-40.
Okay, yeah.
Another torture example. And this is great. Like entire family, like entire sons, they have their father, the farmer, on a pulley, and then they're forced to drop him on pitchforks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over and over.
Just to make the commies laugh. And this is the sample that was used in the Negative Land song, where they play this audio, to like crack your brain, where it just keeps repeating communism is good, Christianity is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then over and over again until you finally believe it.
It's true. He did not save Cuba.
And I guess this is like Cuba and Russia teaming up together to invade the U.S. I'm not really, because
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that was kind of the premise of Red Dawn, right? Wasn't it Cubans?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Or was it was Russians, but then, or was it also like them teaming up together?
I think it was like everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know how a 150-year-old lady gave birth to this girl. Just FYI. FYI doesn't make sense, but yeah, I don't like this. Not to be mean, this unfuckable hag has like a 20-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's not mean. I've been called an unfuckable hag many times.
Well, me too. That's why I'm comfortable saying it. I'm trying to take it back.
Yeah, you lucked out. This is what we get in America.
I
Yeah,
mean,
thankfully-
I wish too that they had shown. My church was just fucking boring. I would have killed to see something like this.
Thankfully, we have Pete Keg's breath to protect us, so no worries there.
That's right, commies.
I like the mowing down of a bunch of people. More dead kids. And this kid is the son of the preacher
Okay,
in real life.
that's why he gets to be the hero kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he kills this kid. The soldiers killed the kid's mommy and daddy and said, the state will provide for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good old communism. I don't want your state. I want my mama and daddy. So what does he get? He gets his fucking head cut off. And then finally it's Judy. I think is her name Judy.
I think so.
She turns from slut to accepting Christ as her savior. And then that's how the movie was played. The idea was that the movie would, at the end of it, he says, like, come to the altar, come to Jesus. And then there's no credits and the movie cuts off. And then in the church, he would say that to everyone in the church to invite everyone to come up to the altar. However that works, I don't know.
I'm sure they did a lot of good.
Yeah.
Do you know who Neil Morse is? Or heard of him?
Neil Morris?
Yeah. He had a prog band called Spock's Beard, and then he went solo.
Oh, I know Spock's Beard.
Okay. So he became like a really hardcore Christian. And so after his conversion, he was doing a concert at a church not too far from me. Like, whatever, I don't care. I like his music. I don't. The message doesn't bother me, so I went and we played some songs and then it was. Then we stopped and had a prayer, and he asked for people to come up to the altar and get saved, and like. It was mostly people who were there to see Neil Morris, not for Jesus. So he did the prayer, and then he looked up, and we all were just like sitting there frozen, like, now what do we do? What are we supposed to do? What's happening? And then basically like 90% of the people just got up and left like super quick. So yeah, that was my call to the altar moment.
Cool. That sounds awkward.
It was pretty weird.
All right, so Eli is deceased again. I don't know.
Is it only when I'm here? Like, I'm gonna start getting complex.
Well, it's probably your fault.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but
it's fair.
that's what Simon says. So he seems trustworthy.
Yeah,
He seems onto it.
I kind of lost track of the chat there. Was James saying he liked Jacqueline Lavelle, or was he confusing it with somebody else?
I thought he said
I can't go. I can't find it now. Never mind. Okay. I mean, I'd go get the magazine if you wanted to see it, but
what you want to bring it next time?
I can bring it next time. Sure.
Yeah. Now, are you available 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now.
So that's the April 4th.
So my son is in robotics competitions, and I'm trying to figure. I don't remember. I don't remember if it's in next week or in 2 weeks. So I'll have to get back to you.
Okay. We'll figure that out because I want to ask Eli too.
Okay.
I actually did I shot like behind the scenes footage for a robotics camp. This was like
Okay.
10 years ago. and I thought it was actually pretty cool. That was my only exposure to a robotics camp.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's like to be like an actual like responsible dad for a minute. Like, it's a cool activity for him to be involved in. That like it is, with other good kids, and nobody's running out and getting pregnant at robotics competitions.
Until the robots, they become AI robots and take over and kill all the kids.
Well, yeah, we're like at least 3 years away from that, I think.
Yeah.
So we're all right.
But yeah, I just remember thinking this would have been really awesome as when I was a kid to have done this. So, anyways, so I'll figure out the next date. But we never did talk about the Oscars to the extent that I even would want to talk about the Oscars. But
the movie I thought sucked won. Great.
But there's an Oscar movie I wanted to discuss, and then we can chat about if there's any Oscar discussions around that. But it's 1983, The Lonely Lady.
I do not know this movie.
So this is Pia Zadora going after a screenwriting Oscar as a woman.
Okay.
And having to navigate Hollywood, sexist Hollywood, and they're very Harvey Weinstein type producers and sexual assaulters. So this is like an expose on that, but way before the whole Harvey Weinstein Me Too stuff.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous dialogue, and it has the best Oscar speech of all time. Real or fake? Trashy nonsense.
Okay.
But I love this movie. It's a camp classic with the gays, if you understand what I mean.
All right.
Have you ever seen Valley of the Dolls?
Yes, but I don't really remember it. I'm more a Beyond the Valley Dolls guy.
Yeah, this gets compared with Valley of the Dolls.
Okay.
But it's kind of prescient in that it's dealing with the whole like Harvey Weinstein types in Hollywood.
Okay.
So it's trying to be like a feminist movie.
Oh, like The Bride?
No, like a dude writing a feminist movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like literally, Pia Zadora says, like, I have this great script. You want to read it? And the producer, this sleazy producer, be like, you a screenwriter with tits like that? Like the dialogue would be like is like that.
Okay. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying Pia Zadora actually wrote it.
No, she plays a screenwriter.
Okay. All right.
It's based on a novel, a Harold Robbins novel, a trashy supermarket novel.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah, I have a bootleg VHS of Butterfly with Orson Welles, where she shows her butt. She shows her butt a lot of times in movies. And then
there's a penthouse that she's on the cover. I don't know if she's in it.
You gave it away, but I was going to show off the penthouse. You ruined it. And then she plays a beatnik in Hairspray.
So is she naked in Penthouse, or is she just on the cover?
She's naked in it, but that was going to be a whole gag, but you ruined it. So
God damn it! I'm sorry.
That's okay. But Eli was not aware. He's not watching this, so
no. Who would watch this?
That's true. All right, I think that's it. So I will announce when the next show will be. We'll do that. We'll do The Lonely Lady.
Okay.
And we can chat about Oscars, or if we have any Oscar thoughts or previous Oscar years. I don't know if there's any if we really give a shit about the Oscars in any.
I'm not sure I have any hot takes, but I can come up with something probably.
Yeah, come up with some Oscar hot takes.
Okay. All right.
That's we'll do that in addition because it's an Oscar movie, a movie about the Oscars, and I think it might have won a Razzie.
Let's say how did it do at the Oscars? Probably not very
I
good.
think here, let me look it up. Give me 1 second. We'll end with this information. Roger Ebert on The Lonely Lady said, if the lonely lady had even a shred of style and humor, it could qualify as the worst movie of the year. Unfortunately, it's not that good. The film was nominated for 11 Razzies and won 6.
Wow. I'm surprised I never heard of it. This is such a legendary bad movie.
So it's a movie about winning an Oscar that cleaned up at the Razzies. That's irony. That should have been in the Alanis Morissette song.
Yeah.
Would have referenced that. It was nominated for Worst Picture at the Stinkers Awards, which I didn't even know that was a thing. And Zadora was nominated for Worst Actress of the Decade for this film.
Wow. That seems mean.
And she was also nominated for Worst Actress of the Century, but lost to Madonna. Wow. I have to go through this. That's impressive.
Why'd everybody hate her so much?
She's just too much talent. That's what it is.
They're jealous.
She got
Fuck
spunk,
jealous.
and she's got a little tush on her.
Yep.
She sings, she dances.
She's got it all. She's the total package.
Yeah. Move over, Lex Luger. All right. That's it. Have a good night. I think Eli's okay. I think he was having webcam problems.
Okay.
He's not actually deceased.
He's not dead. Okay.
But thank you, everyone. Nate, Simon, James, anyone else that was watching. We appreciate it. Have a good night.